What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to bring you through all of my favorite running gear. So I'm going to bring you through everything from the clothes to the accessories that I use, and I have used all of the things I'm going to show you today in my marathon training and in my actual marathon itself. So I'm going to start at the basics because you don't have to have all of these things to be a successful runner. Every race I have done before a marathon, I never used half of this stuff. So this was only introduced for me in my marathon training when things got longer, when I needed more items. So I'll start at the basics, things I would have used just to get through my 10Ks, my half marathons, very minimal stuff I actually used, and then the extras that I used during my marathon training. Okay, I'm going to start you off with the absolute essential. No matter where you are on your running journey, you need to have a good pair of shoes. This is essential. I will show you the shoes that I wore, but just because they're good for me does not mean they are good for you. Get your run assessed. Go to a local running store, get your run checked. They will look at your feet, they look at your stride, they look at your pronation, all of those things to make sure they find the good fit shoe for you. For example, I wanted those Nike Vaporflies so bad because of the color. They were gorgeous, but they did not suit me. They were too narrow and the arch was too much for my foot, so they were not good for me. So I do have two running shoes. That does not mean you need to have two running shoes. I'll tell you the purpose for both of them. So I'm going to start off with my cushion shoe. These cushion shoe, I just run in my day-to-day runs, my easy runs. They're obviously high cushioning, so they're high absorption and they just take the load that little bit more, so it's that bit more comfortable on my joints and my shins. These are the Gel Nimbus. I do really like them. They are that bit of a wider fit, so they're just that bit more comfortable. I like to be able to kind of spread my toes that little bit more, and obviously the color is just a bonus. I did run my half marathon last year in a very similar shoe. I used my Brooks last year, also a high cushioning shoe, but the reason I got new ones is just that the Brooks haven't run their course. There is a lifespan in running shoes, so be careful. If you're running in the same shoes year after year after year, it is very possible that their lifespan is done and they just don't have, they are just not the same quality. They are not providing the same service that they would have at the start. So just be mindful of that. Obviously, you're also going to have some general signage of that on your shoe if they are getting really worn out in the back, if the bottom of them is really worn out. Things like that are going to be your signs that they might be towards the end. Now, these are my favorite run shoe. I love these. These are my race day shoe. These are my marathon shoe. And the difference between these two are these are my fast shoe. So if I am going for sprints, if I'm going for interval training, if I'm running a race, if I'm running a marathon, these bad boys are going to be used. The reason for this is because these have a carbon plate, and you can see here that the structure is very different. Like, it's quite flimsy up here. The support is not the same, and that's okay for some runs, but if I was to wear these consistently every single day, I will get a little injury, I would think, after a while, just with that lack of support. But again, I loved these. I ran a whole marathon in these and I didn't get one blister, like nothing. I couldn't believe it. Again, they have a wider box open. I do prefer that, so I can spread my feet open. I don't like my feet being squished, especially when I'm running 42K. So these are my favorite. They are very light, again, because of that material that they have. And the carbon plate is designed to push you. It is to spring you forward, move you forward, and just give you that extra boost for those fast runs. So yeah, if you learn anything from this video today, it is not to just get shoes because your favorite Instagrammer has them or they are a cute color, as tempting as that is. Go get your run tested. I don't want to see you running around in Nike Air Forces. Go get a proper pair of shoe, invest in it. Your body will thank you. Next up is socks. Very simple, but you will not see me running in cotton socks. One, they're too hot, and two, they're going to give me blisters just from all the rubbing. I do wear Lululemon socks. I am between basically a crew sock and ankle socks, just depending on my mood, no particular reason. They're both called the Power Stride socks, and these are different material. I actually don't know what they're called. I don't know what this like specific material is called, but they are basically like an anti-blister. They keep my foot that little bit more, I feel like they like hold them a little bit more. They're just like that little bit tighter, not too uncomfortable, but just so you're not getting blisters. I did wear these ones in particular for my full marathon and I got nothing. I did have a pair of Nike anti-blister socks as well. Don't know where they're gone. But yeah, all my training for the marathon, I wore these Lululemon ones. No blisters. They kept me safe. Okay, now let's move on to shorts. So shorts, I found something actually really difficult to find, the right ones for me. I personally love shorts like this that have that bit of a flow, but do have that bike short built in underneath. I think it's just that little bit more comfortable and reduces the chance of chafing. But these were so hard to find. So these are old Buff Bunny collection. I have them in this color and in the beige, but they're old. I'm pretty sure they're all sold out. Old collection. They didn't renew them, and I actually found it so hard to find another pair. I actually then, because of that, moved on to Shein. And I know Shein, not the world's best, but I did find two with an underlayer. I got these bright color ones. Again, they do have that bike short underneath. And these are the ones I wore on marathon day. Another pair from Shein that did in fact have that layer underneath. Now, one thing I will say about this is this does roll up, so it does kind of defeat the purpose of an underlayer. The Buff Bunny ones did not because they're better material, but the Shein ones are, again, I don't know my materials, but they do end up rolling up a little bit. This wasn't an issue for me. I don't really get chafing, so it was okay in the long run, but if that is something you need to consider, I actually probably wouldn't recommend the Shein, but overall they were very comfortable. Like I said, ran the full marathon in them, absolutely no worries. Same with these ones. I've done, like, I think I could have done my 30k in these and they were no problem at all. My most recent finds, I absolutely love the colors. I will be getting more. The first ones are from RYDERWEAR, so these will be the winner over the two. So these do not have that underlayer, but they are a knockoff or the same style as the Lululemon Fast and Free. I don't know why, but I find it so hard to grab a Lululemon Fast and Free shorts. They're always sold out, or they don't have the color that I want. As you can see, I'm colorful with my runs and they don't always have colorful collection in stock. So these do not have the underlayer that I just showed you. These inside are just more like an underwear line. They literally just have this little like nappy kind of style inside. I wasn't sure about this at the start because one, I wasn't sure if it was going to be comfortable, wasn't sure if I was going to have a VPL, but I have had neither issues with them. Again, I've done them on long runs, I've tested them out. Reason this is the winner over the Amazon ones is because this does have a tie string to tighten it in the center. So it just has that little one there if I need to just pull it, the waist string a little tighter. The Amazon ones do not have that, but overall, I do also like these Lululemon ones. I probably will buy more colors, but probably just be careful of the size you order. I did get a size small, they're fine. I probably would like if they sat a little bit higher on the waist to tighten them in, but it's not the end of the world. I still wear them all the time. Just comes down that little bit lower. Okay, all of those items were my basics. They were ones that got me through my 10Ks, my half marathons. And now moving on to what I use for my full marathon training. The vest, guys. The vest was an absolute game changer for me and I can't believe how I never had it. I did get the Lululemon belt, but I just had too much stuff. Like, it wouldn't fit my phone in there. It's too narrow to fit my phone. If I had my phone, my keys, gels, like it was just so bulky and then it was getting tight that it was uncomfortable on me. The vest, it is super light. I love the fit on me and it has those tightening straps at the front. It just has a couple pockets around it. I believe there's 2 or 3 on the front. And this is just where I pack all my goodies. I put my phone in here, all of my gels, my AirPods, everything goes in here and it's nice and snug. It's nice and tight to me so it doesn't feel super heavy. And I actually don't know if I'd run without it now. Oh, I also had my water bottle in here. But for me, it was mainly carrying things. I didn't want to hold things in my hand. I wanted it tucked away. Other little features, it has a little whistle, a safety whistle on there, and it has those reflective parts. So if you're running at nighttime, it has those for you. Now, what I put in the vest, we got our gels. So gels, okay. First of all, what I'm going to say is they're not for everyone. I quite liked the goo gels. I think I had like 7 of these during the marathon. So you're meant to take one every like 30 minutes is what's recommended. So for my marathon, I did an hour with nothing, and then I started on that every half hour. So every half hour I popped one of these down with a little bit of water just to replenish the things that I'm losing, give me a little boost, give me a little bit of food, and keep me going in my tracks. I really liked them. I probably tried all the flavors, and there definitely was some that I didn't like. There was some that I loved. I actually loved the kind of coffee flavor, the chocolate flavor ones. It was kind of more the the lemonade one I didn't like, unless it was in the drink form. So the drink form, like as you can see, these are quite different. This is like gooey gel, like kind of have to like suck it out. This one's liquid, like this is just a normal drink. So I didn't use these on the marathon because they're too big. I didn't want to have too much stuff going on, too bulky, but I did use them in my training, and these were lovely because you just suck them all down. Lovely drink, nice and refreshing, and then we'll move on. For the gels, test them out before a race. Don't just go into a race and suddenly have your first 5 and then you feel awful. They don't agree with everyone. Some people will have stomach issues, some people are going to need to go to the bathroom because of them. I didn't experience any of those things. They were absolutely fine for me. Some people just cannot even get it down. So try them out. Not the end of the world. I had zero issue with them. I really, really liked these. I would recommend them. Now, one disclaimer I have for you. So some of them have caffeine, some of them do not. That sometimes can be the irritation. So what I personally did during the marathon is I started with no caffeine. So I think I said I had like 7. So let's say I did roughly the first 3 or 4 had no caffeine, and they just had the sodium, the amino acids, just to give me that boost back up. And then I started on the caffeine when I thought I needed it a little bit more. They are all different milligrams. So I started off small. I started off with 10 grams. I think it went to like 40. I think the biggest one is 70. So I just kind of kept that till the end when I just needed that little bit more. And yeah, that's when I did it. So again, test them out. Not for everyone, but game changer for me. I definitely would say that they kept me going. Again, I didn't use these during a half marathon. I just went, and I think I got like a hydration station. I literally had nothing on me. I just was in a sports bra. I had my phone in my sports bra. That was all I had. If I was to do another half, I would probably switch my mind on that and bring maybe 1 or 2 of these. It doesn't have to be anything extreme, but I do think they helped energy wise. But even if they were placebo, they helped me. It was just like getting to those points where it's like, oh, I can have another gel. It's almost like a treat. Like obviously a marathon is long, so to look forward to this in 30 minutes is like, it's like a nice little reward. So that's another reason. It's just like a mindset thing. It will keep you going through the run. Also in my running vest, we have my squishy little water bottle, and this is typically filled with water and electrolytes. So again, just to keep me going, just to keep me hydrated. I'm sweating a lot, I'm running a lot, it's sunny. I need to replenish the things that are going in. I really love these squishy water bottles because they're lighter and they're just easy to drink. Like when you're actually running, I can't be gulping a glass of water. So this is just like a little squeeze it will just drip in, and then once it's done, again, nice and easy, all tucked up away, and just taking up a small space in the vest. So would highly recommend these. Again, I'm gonna link everything I show you below. Okay, something I kind of bought in panic about a week before the half marathon is this body glide. So this is a mini one. It kind of comes in like a deodorant stick, just like that. It's a balm. So this one in particular is for anti-chafing and anti-blister. So before the half marathon, I just put this all over. I put it in between my legs, on my feet. Maybe I put it like here just for rubbing, like the vest. I can't really remember. I didn't use it all my training, and like I said, I was lucky. I don't have any chafing, I don't have any blisters, so I just kind of bought it in panic just in case. I was scared of getting any of those things during the marathon. But I've heard amazing things. I have friends who do have bad chafing, and this has been a game changer. It's just putting that on. Now, they do say that Vaseline is also a perfect one for that, just to keep it moisturized, so it's actually gliding and not actually rubbing off each other. So yeah, Amazon, really cheap, probably like $20 or so. Yeah, I wouldn't say an essential, but if you do have chafing bad, this will be your one. I think if you're experiencing really bad blisters, obviously if we're going long distance, we're going to have a bit of blistering, but if you're going for 5K runs a couple of times in the week and every single time you're getting blisters, I don't think that's normal. I think that's going to be down to your shoes. I think you need to get them checked out. They're probably not the right shoe for you. It's normal for long distance to get it in a race, something you've never done before, and sometimes for new shoes when we're breaking them in, but to be constant, I don't think it's normal, and you should switch the shoe. Lastly, we got some sunglasses. So I have not mastered the cool sunglasses just yet. I used to run in these Amazon sunglasses. They are the Sojos, you've probably heard of them. They are $15–20 on Amazon. I did try out a couple of run glasses, but none of them were for me. I didn't love the style of some of them. I felt like just a bit stupid in some of them. So the Amazon ones were actually the best ones, and I'm so pleasantly surprised that they don't slip down my face. I presumed because they're cheap, whatever, that they would just start slipping down my nose once I got sweaty, but they actually didn't. They were absolutely fine. I didn't need them on marathon day because it was super cloudy here, but I did do my last long run, the 32K. Maybe I did 34K with them as well, but absolutely fine. I couldn't believe it, no worries at all. Now I know there's some cute sunglasses out there, they're very trendy at the moment, but I haven't found my one just yet. Okay, I believe that is all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully some of this has helped you in your running journey. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. I'm happy to help where I can. And if you have any other suggestions, anything you want to see on this channel, I would love to hear your feedback, love to hear suggestions on what you would like to see coming. But other than that, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all of those good things, and I'll chat to you guys soon.